Xiomy here. So today I'm gonna do my second book haul. Now I have to admit that some of these books I don't know anything about, just because probably some of them are second installments of books that I still haven't read. Others I do know a lot about and I just really wanted to get them. Others, honestly, I'm still a little iffy if I'm gonna read them, but eventually I'm gonna read them all because a lot of them are second installments, and some I really do want to read but I really don't know that much about. And it's nice to go blind into a book, right? Just because you want to know all outcomes when you read everything throughout the book, and that's something that I like to do. Now for my number one book, or the first book I'm going to show you, let's go into that because I know I'm going to eventually lose count. But for the first book that I'm going to mention, is no surprise because it is my most anticipated book for March, and it is Lady Midnight, and this is The Dark Artifices by Cassandra Clare. I have been dying for Cassandra Clare to write a book, and she finally did with Lady Midnight. Now these characters were introduced in City of Heavenly Fire, and I honestly cannot wait to read about Emma Carstairs. I loved Emma Carstairs as a child, and I know I'm gonna even love her even more as an adult. And obviously she is with her Parabatai, and his name is Julian Blackthorne, and she's obviously going to discover what really did happen to her family. And there's a lot of things that are new and intertwined, and just a new action and adventure in the Shadowhunters Academy. Well, not a Shadowhunters Academy, but in the Shadowhunters genre in general. And this is going to take place in the Los Angeles Institute, and I honestly cannot wait to read this book. This book is massive, it is big, and I was content when they brought it to Puerto Rico after 2 weeks when it was just announced. So yes, love you Puerto Rico, love you. But I really cannot wait to read this book, and I can't. Look at the cover, look at that cover. Is it not beautiful? It's beautiful. Now for my next book is one that I really wanted and I've been dying to read, and that is The Whisper of the Fallen by J.D. Nettle. This is the first book in the installment. All 3 books are already out, but I really have been dying to read these books. I read the first 3 or 4 chapters of this book on his website, and I freaking loved it because I think it was Sasha who said that if you love Shadowhunters, you're gonna love this book. I read the first 4 chapters and I was simply amazed by it. I think it's that they're finding a diary of, I think if it's of Lucifer, the diary that they're looking for, or that they have in their possession. I don't know. I know it's 2 boys that go on this adventure, and it sounds freaking amazing, and the cover is simply beautiful, and I cannot wait to continue reading this because I thought it was something that was very amazing, and I freaking enjoyed it, and I can't wait to dive into this and just continue and read all 3 books, just because this is freaking amazing and sounds up my alley. So I really want to read this book. Now for my next book that I really wanted to read, and that is Aristotle and Dante's Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This book has won so many awards. Look how many awards it's won. It's just won so many awards, and it sounds so intriguing. It's about friendship, and especially about Dante and Aristotle, and how the power of friendship is more powerful than anything else, and something that I really wanted to read about, just because I'm in that notion of, you know, friendship is something that's really worthwhile, and I really can't wait to read it. Book, it sounds interesting and I want to read this. For my next book I got is Fairest from the Lunar Chronicles series. Now this is about Queen Lavanna, and I just started reading Scarlet, and I have to admit that Scarlet is way better than Cinder, and I'm just so giddy about it, and I'm really enjoying that book. And this has to do with Queen Lavanna, and she is someone that's very ruthless, and she is dubbed the most dangerous lunar in the existence, and I really want to read more about her just because I thought she was a devious, evil, wicked queen, and I want to read more about her to know her story. So this is gonna be amazing, and I love the cover. It's very beautiful. The next one I got, and this is from Marvel, but I got Black Widow, Forever Red. It's by Margaret Stoll. I don't know anything about this, but obviously it has to deal with Agent Romanoff or Black Widow. I really want to read this, so you know, one day I'll pick it up. It's just the cover was very beautiful, and I do love Black Widow as an Avenger and as an assassin per general. I love this character, so I really can't wait to read this book. The next one that I got is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by Jane Austen and Seth Grahame-Smith. I wanted to read this book before the movie even came out, but I was having difficulty buying it, but I just bought it. I don't know anything about it. I know it has to do with zombies or a retelling of that story. I don't know anything about it, but I really want to read it. I haven't watched the movie just because I don't want to watch the movie and then read the book. I want to read the book then watch the movie, just because then if I watch the movie then I won't have interest in reading the book, and I bought the book, so I need to read it first and then watch the movie. So I'm going to do it vice versa. For my next book that I got is one of my most highly anticipated books for 2016 also, is Rayna Shadow by Sophie Jordan. This book's synopsis was simply amazing, and I love the cover. I know it has to do with something about an eclipse, and both king and queen are killed. I don't remember by who exactly, but it has to deal with the person who's in charge of them also. And the princess is locked away in a tower, and she's discovered, and then people attack her tower, and some other guy discovers her. I don't remember his name right now. But he does find her, and they basically venture off into this adventure, and there is a secret between them because I don't think she's told them that. But I think they eventually fall in love with each other. I don't know anything else because it doesn't say anything else in the synopsis, but it sounded very interesting and I really want to read it. Synopsis, cover, beautiful, yes. For the next one I got, it is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Oh my goodness, this book is heavy and it's big, and I wanted to get into the Harry Potter bandwagon. I have the first book, but I really wanted to read it this way just because I thought it was going to be a little bit more interesting to read. So I can't wait to dive into the Harry Potter realm just because I haven't read anything about Harry Potter. So I decided to pick this up, and I was really content when they brought this to Puerto Rico. So yeah, it's massive and I really want to read it. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I know I'm going to enjoy it. The next book I got just because I have the first one, and that is Glass Sword. I was also content when they brought this to Puerto Rico, so I haven't read the first book, but I decided to buy this one just in case I like the first book and then I have to order the second book. So it was gonna be easier for me just to buy it. So I decided to buy it. I don't know anything about this. I know it's probably something with silvers and reds. I don't know if that's the bloodline. I don't know honestly, but I really wanted to read it. I need to read the first one though, then to read the second one. Like always, they have good and bad reviews, but in the end, I'm gonna be the judge of it. For my next book, I got Six of Crows. I got this book just because I thought it was freaking beautiful, and I love black is one of my favorite colors, so the pages are black. And this book was brought to me by a friend of mine when he went to the States, so thank you, Mike. And I really don't know anything about this book. I know it's really hyped and I really want to read it just because the cover is very beautiful. So I honestly don't know anything about this book. For my next two books that I got them in my Owl Crate box. I got The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, and this has to deal with the future. So I really did love the cover, and it has to deal with the future and time travel. So I am gonna really read this, and I don't know, give it a try. The next one that I got is The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. This sounds very interesting. The synopsis sounds very interesting. It's about a girl, and she's all of a sudden seeing these apparitions, or she's seeing things differently, and one day she sees an apparition and it tells her that you have, I think, 3 months or something to save him, and then the next day she discovers this guy, and it's like they basically like fall in love with one another. I don't know, but it sounded amazing and I really want to read it just because it intrigued me. So I really can't wait to read this, The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. It sounds very, very intriguing and very interesting. The next book that I got is City of Glass. This is the third installment of the book. I just really wanted to get the new cover. I don't remember if I hauled this in the first one, but anyways, I got the City of Glass. I really want to reread these books just because they turned yellow. I don't know why. They just turned yellow, and I really wanted to reread these books, so I decided to buy them, and I was really content when they actually brought them to Puerto Rico. So yeah, and I think the spine is, like I said, is very beautiful. I love it, and I can't wait to reread these books. That's it that I got. I wanted to mention one more thing that I bought from Society 6 just because I thought it was freaking amazing, and you cannot say that it's not beautiful. Is it not beautiful? It's a Cassandra Clare tote bag, and it says, "It is not easy to be different and even less to be unique, but I begin to think that I was never meant for an easy road." I loved it. I fell in love with it. Society 6, it was just simply amazing, and I really needed to get it, and I just love it. I don't want to wear it just because I'm afraid I might dirty it, but it's very beautiful. And I also got my Fandom of the Month box for February. I wasn't even able to open this, but I want to just show you what I got really quickly. So this month's box is based on Alice in Wonderland, and you get this really cute like mesh or tote bag. It says how long is forever, sometimes just 1 second. I thought it was very beautiful. You get a really beautiful necklace, and it has little items that are from Alice in Wonderland. You have the Drink Me vase, you have the teacup, you have the key, you have the watch, and you have the red rose, and you have a heart hanging. I thought that was very beautiful, and I really did enjoy it. I just wish they would have done it like a little bit shorter, but it's very beautiful. The next thing that you get is earrings, and it says that we're all mad here. So I thought that was something that was very beautiful and very interesting. The next thing that you get is this ring. I'm not gonna open it just because I'm gonna do a giveaway very soon, and I honestly don't have the need for it. It's a ring, and it's a teacup. It's really funny because it also has like tea underneath it. Like it's painted brown, so you have a teacup. It's very beautiful. And the next one that you get is a bracelet, and it has the white rabbit on it. I thought it was very beautiful, and it looks really cute. And what I love about fandom of the month is that they center everything around one genre, and that's everything. You get everything based on that genre. So all the jewelry, you get it based on that. Something that I thought was very beautiful, and it's very unique, so very beautiful. That's it for everything that I hauled. If you read any of these books and you thought they were amazing, let me know down below. Please, if you want to. I want to thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.